Hey everyone, Dr. Mike here. I got a question from a patient. She comes down here, her husband goes to a chiropractor in Lincoln, and she just said, hey, there's just some little different feeling or vibe, and we really couldn't put an adjective to it exactly, but she said that it's a little more free and it's a little more inviting down here. While that's a good thing, it made me really think because we were trying to describe the feeling in other offices. Now, here's the deal. When I explained this tape measure up here in our rehab area, we said, 12 inches in a foot, 12 months in a year. This is kind of our lifeline. And just to let you know, whatever age you are, I'm thinking of what you're going to be able to do when you're 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. That's my thought process. My other thought process is, from when I started, and I won't go through the whole story again, but when I started getting adjusted, it made such a huge difference in my life. My shoulder got better, my throat got better, that we went as a family down a specific road of getting adjusted, working out, really looking at our nutrition, and having all of these factors come together to the position of, my kids have never been on any antibiotics. We've never, had any surgeries. Yes, we've been to the doctor and we've had cuts and we've had stitches and all those sorts of things. But I cannot imagine if our kids were sick over and over and over, and the money that would take, and the heartache that would take, and the time that would take. So you got to know that I am so passionate about a chiropractic lifestyle with regular adjustments, nutrition, and working out, and a lot of love in the family. And I've seen what that's done over the last 25 years. And so I'm very passionate about that. That can be a detriment also, because sometimes I can assume that everyone wants that, but I have to realize that you have to make your own choice on how you live your life. And just because I've done it one way and I'm very passionate about that, you've got to make that choice. And there's a quote that I'll tell you. It's the 3C quote. You have to make a choice to have a chance to have a change in your life, right? So each of us have to make choices on our lifestyle and how we treat ourselves. Some people get better and then I don't see them forever, and then they're worse, and then they get better and worse, but over time they do one of these declines, and then they set themselves up for surgery, and then they're so mad about it. And so when I make recommendations and I'm passionate about it, just know that I'm not personally upset if you don't do that, but I don't want you to be upset down the road, because remember, my thought process is, how are you going to function when you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or 100? Not because you're 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 now. I'm looking down into the future. At the same time, I think that you want someone passionate about what they're doing also. But and you might say, hey, Mike, I needed you to push me a little bit to do the right thing. Or you might have said, Mike, you pushed me and I didn't like that. Now you know where it's coming from, because I've seen over these last, almost 25 years, what happens when we go down a certain road of adjustments, nutrition, staying active, having a lot of energy and love in our life, and where we've gone down a road of having high stress, high medications, high medical bills. It just, one becomes a blessing and one becomes a burden. And I wanted to share that with you guys, because sometimes I might come off as super passionate, and I wanted you to know where it came from. As always, we love you. I'm going to treat you how you want to be treated, and again, encourage you to do the best thing for your future. We'll talk to you guys later.